Pack your body bags. Let's talk about the brand new comedy horror, Hell of a Summer. As with this film, it is written and directed by Finn Wolfhard and Billy Brick. As with this movie, it is about this camp counselor who pretty much feels that he is out of touch with his teenage co-workers, and he thinks that is his biggest problem, but it isn't. As there's this mysterious mass killer that is lurking on the campground, picking them off one by one. And I got to say that this film is pretty hilarious. As with the cast, they work well with one another. From Billy Brick, Finn Wolfhard, Abby Quinn, Freddie Hensinger, and a lot more. With Freddie pretty much being the main character. And I thought that they did great with what they were given. As they were hilarious. There was just a lot of hilarious moments between them. And they all worked well together with that. Going off with one another. And all that. And with the film, the horror vibes are there. As it does set up this mystery on who is the mass killer. Having its thriller type vibes, its mysterious type vibes. And it does that good for the most part. But this is the thing with this film. It felt more like a comedy than a horror film. As with parts of the horror aspect, it felt tamed. But with the comedy aspect, it went all out. In which I do think that will have people mixed about. As with the horror stuff, the slashing stuff, most of that was tamed as when the slashings would happen, it will like show it at an angle where you don't see the brutality happen. But at the same time, I have to admit that was an interesting choice as it kind of hid the mysteriousness of who the killer is. So I have to admit, it worked, but it didn't at the same time. But with that doesn't mean that this is a terrible film. Because with this film, it does have its dumb fun moments, as at the same time, it's kind of making fun of the tropes within a slasher film, but yet doing it all, as these characters are funny, but idiots, in a funny way. And it does have its entertaining moments. Like, with this film, it is different than I expected. I was expecting a comedy horror, but ended up with more of a comedy. But I have to admit, I was pretty entertained with this film. With what Finn Wolfhard and Billy Brick did with this film, it stood out. As this says, a bloody fun horror throwback. And that's pretty much what it is, just with a lot of comedy. And with that, I still enjoyed this film. As it was funny, it has its entertaining moments, and I was surprised with the reveals and stuff. But have you watched Hell of a Summer? If so, what are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments below and follow me for more.